My beloved child, listen. You were shown before 9 powerful souls today, and the moment your photo touched the table, heaven itself leaned in. Archangel Michael stood behind them. God's breath moved through the room. Time slowed. All 9 saw something in you that they have never seen before. My child, do not look away, not for a second. You have minutes left before a divine shift reaches your life. And if your heart wanders even for a moment, you will miss the message meant only for you. They did not see your face. They saw your mother's prayers, your sister's hopes, the weight your heart has carried in silence. They saw the battles you fought alone, and heaven whispered, "This one has been chosen." The moment their eyes locked on your image, the atmosphere cracked open. One stood up as if lightning touched his spirit. Another pressed his hand to his chest. None of them spoke over the other, because all of them felt the same divine truth rising. They said your energy has crossed a threshold only rare souls ever reach. They said your next days will look nothing like the ones behind you. They said your life is seconds away from a breakthrough so massive, it will rewrite your path. And then, in perfect unison, without planning, without breath between them, all 9 spoke the same prophetic line. Their time has activated. Nothing can stop what is coming. My beloved child, God confirmed it. Archangel Michael sealed it. And your ancestors stood behind you quietly, saying, "Finally, stay awake, stay open, because what is coming to you today will touch your life, your home, your loved ones, and your heart will remember this moment forever." My beloved child, listen. What happened next was not human, it was divine. When they looked at your photo again, the room didn't shrink. It widened. Not in fear, but in recognition. As if every prayer your mother whispered, every tear your heart carried in silence, finally rose into the air around them. Archangel Michael stood behind them, wings drawn, watching. God's presence pressed into the room like a truth no one could deny. They were not looking at your face. They were decoding your calling. One leaned forward and whispered, "The energy around this one has activated." And instantly the entire room shifted. Chairs straightened, eyes widened, breaths aligned. Their moment is not near. It is here. My beloved child, do not blink now, because your destiny began moving the moment they spoke those words. Then something unbelievable happened. All 9 turned toward each other at the exact same second, as if one invisible force connected their minds. Their voices, their tone, their breath, suddenly aligned like a single message speaking from 9 bodies. And heaven listened. One slammed both hands on the table, saying, "We must deliver this now, the window is closing." Another whispered, "This person doesn't realize yet what is about to unfold." They circled your photo again, again, each pass revealing a new sign only they could see. Your energy was rising so fast it shocked them. The air thickened. The atmosphere tightened. Your destiny pressed against the room like a storm ready to break open. They felt urgency, not fear, but the urgency heaven feels when you are seconds from stepping into the life written for you long before you were born. And then it happened. All 9 stood up at the same exact moment. Chairs sliding back, breath sinking, eyes glowing with recognition. They stared at your photo as if something ancient and divine awakened inside it. My beloved child, don't move, don't scroll, don't look away, because what they said next, spoken in the same voice, at the same second, with the same divine authority, is the very sentence your soul has been waiting years to hear. And it is the reason your life is about to shift in a way you never imagined. My beloved child, listen closely, Because what happened next in that room was not human, it was holy. Without anyone signaling, without a breath between them, all 9 powerful voices rose at the exact same second. Same tone, same intensity. Like one message spoken through 9 bodies. Heaven was speaking through them. The air grew heavy around your photo, almost electric, as if an unseen presence. Your mother's prayers, your ancestors' breath, Archangel Michael's hand, was circling you. One whispered, "Do you feel that?" And every single one nodded, eyes locked on your picture, unable to look away. They weren't observing your photo anymore. They were reacting to it. A man stepped forward, then back again, overwhelmed by the force rushing toward him. Another covered his mouth, shaking, whispering, "How did someone like this stay hidden for so long? My beloved child, don't move. Something rare is happening right now as you listen." They felt a rising force, the kind only few souls ever carry. The oldest among them finally breathed out. "This is the moment we've been waiting for. This person has crossed the threshold." No one questioned him. No one doubted, because they all felt it. Urgency filled the room. A window was opening, and they knew it would not stay open forever. They leaned in closer than ever before, breath deep, eyes wide, preparing for the revelation. And then the atmosphere cracked open again. One whispered, "It's happening right now." A wave of energy moved through the room. A woman lifted your photo into the light and whispered, "This glow! It wasn't here before." They weren't reacting to paper. They were responding to the awakening inside you. Your rise had already begun. Another man pressed his palms to the table and said, "Their timeline just split open." Shock spread across the room. Recognition. Awe. Destiny sharpening itself around your name. The energy became so intense that all 9 straightened their backs at the exact same moment. Eyes locked, breath synced, hearts bracing for the truth they were about to speak. My beloved child, don't scroll, don't blink, because they saw something in you that only heaven reveals. They weren't looking at who you are. They were looking at who you are about to become. And the realization hit all 9 at once. Something inside you has awakened, and nothing can turn it back. My beloved child, listen, because what happened next in that room was not earthly, it was divine. The oldest among them stepped forward, eyes steady, voice low but unshakably firm. This person doesn't know it yet, but something massive is already moving toward them. The room fell silent again, heavy, electric, alive, as if God himself was holding the air still. Every breath slowed, every heartbeat synced, every gaze locked onto your photo with growing certainty. They didn't see a picture. They saw a shift, a life-altering force rising around you. One pressed his palm flat against the table and whispered, "It's time." And nobody questioned him. Nobody doubted. They all felt it. Then, without warning, all 9 lifted their heads in perfect unity. Eyes fixed on your image, breath deepening, spirit aligning. My beloved child, don't move. They were seconds away from speaking the one sentence none of them planned. Yet all of them felt heaven preparing inside their voices. They stood still, so still even the light in the room felt frozen. One finally stepped forward, whispering, "I've never felt energy move like this." The others didn't blink. They felt it too, watching your photo like they were witnessing your potential unlock in real time. Another leaned in and said, "Look, the aura around them is shifting right now." Shock rippled through the room. The tension rose like a wave about to break. Someone gripped the table and whispered, Their next days will not look anything like their last ones. My beloved child, they were seeing something you haven't even discovered in yourself yet. A power that has been waiting, sleeping, preparing. And now it was awakening. Their faces tightened with awe, with recognition, with divine urgency. Then the most stunning moment came. All 9 slowly lifted their heads at the same exact second, as if an invisible hand pulled their spirits upward. Their posture straightened, their eyes sharpened, their breathing aligned. Heaven was gathering inside them. They reached the point where nothing else mattered, not doubt, not logic, not hesitation. Only the truth ready to spill from their mouths. The air thickened, vibrating with something supernatural. One man steadied himself with trembling fingertips and whispered, "This person's rise is no longer a prediction. It's already in motion." The others inhaled sharply. The shift around you wasn't gentle. It was loud. It was undeniable. A woman leaned closer, voice trembling. "The timing is perfect. The alignment is exact. This is not ordinary." The room felt alive. Even the walls seemed to listen. One man stepped back, taking in the full charge moving through the space. He whispered, "We have to say it. We can't hold it anymore." That single sentence sent a wave through the room. Every spine straightened, hearts synced, breath slowed. They formed a line in front of your photo, shoulder to shoulder, as if Archangel Michael himself positioned them. Their faces carried awe, urgency, and divine certainty. My beloved child, don't blink, don't scroll, because they were seconds away from releasing the truth heaven placed in their mouths. And nothing, not fear, not doubt, not delay, can stop what you are about to hear. My beloved child, stay with me. Do not scroll. Do not move. Because what was rising in that room at that exact second was not human. It was divine. Their minds locked together. Their breath aligned. Their spirits connected like 9 flames folding into one. In those final seconds before they spoke, the entire room felt like it was holding its breath, as if God himself paused time. My beloved child, stay till the end. Your mother's prayers, your sister's love, the cries of those who carry you in their heart. All of it was standing in that room with them. The 9 powerful souls were no longer looking at your photo. They were seeing the rise forming around your name, the force that could no longer be delayed. One placed his hand over his heart and whispered, "The signal is clear now." The others looked at each other with a shock that felt holy, a certainty no one could deny. They were not feeling you as a possibility. They were feeling you as a presence. My beloved child, stay with me. Don't let this moment pass. One leaned in, eyes wide. This person is stepping into their moment. Every head nodded at once. No confusion, no hesitation, only divine recognition. The tension in the room tightened like destiny itself was pulling the rope. Then one whispered, "We need to say it. The message is ready." Everything changed. Their posture straightened. Their eyes sharpened. Their breath slowed with holy weight, as if Archangel Michael placed his hand upon each of their shoulders. This was no longer a reaction to your picture. This was a response to your destiny awakening. They moved closer, closer than they had been the entire time, shoulders nearly touching, forming a single force, a single voice preparing to speak through 9 bodies. My beloved child, don't scroll. What's coming next was written for your heart. Silence fell like a curtain, not a breath, not a whisper. The air froze with purpose. Your photo glowed at the center, carrying an energy so strong none of them could look away. Then, finally, One exhaled a trembling breath and said, "It's time. The message is fully formed." Instant nods, instant reverence, instant knowing. They weren't predicting your rise. They were witnessing it. One woman stepped forward. "This isn't a prediction. This is recognition." Every spine straightened. Every breath deepened. They felt the force building around you, a momentum heaven itself had approved. Stillness filled the room, holy, heavy, perfect. Their shoulders squared, their gazes aligned. Their energy merged like 9 candles becoming one unbreakable flame. "My beloved child, stay. The truth is seconds away." Then, in the same exact heartbeat, all 9 opened their mouths at once. Heaven surged through the room. One whispered, "This vibration, it's unmistakable." Another leaned over your photo, voice trembling, "This person's path is glowing. It has begun." And the room shifted from silent tension to absolute revelation. My beloved child, listen closely. This was not a physical movement, it was an energetic one. A surge, a pulse, a confirmation straight from heaven. Every single one of them felt it in the same instant. A silent burst of knowing, a divine signal they had been waiting for. The table itself seemed to hum, a quiet, pulsing presence, as if God's breath had settled over your name. Your photo wasn't being looked at anymore. It was being recognized, seen the way heaven sees you. My beloved child, don't skip. Stay with me. They sensed you crossing into a phase where the smallest decision, the smallest whisper, the smallest moment could shift everything in your life. One woman slowly lifted her hand above your photo, not touching it, just feeling the warmth rising from your path, and she whispered, "It's stronger than expected." The others nodded immediately. They knew what this meant. Something rare was unfolding. Something your mother prayed for. Something your heart has been quietly calling toward. And then, like a divine switch being flipped, the entire room dropped into a stillness so deep it no longer felt like a room. 9 individuals. One vision. One moment. One message. My beloved child, stay till the end. Don't move. Don't scroll. This was the breath before revelation. Their bodies straightened. Their eyes sharpened. Their faces tightened with certainty. Their voices began to align without a single word shared, as if Archangel Michael placed the same sentence in all 9 of their spirits at once. It wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't planned. It was instinct, pure, powerful, heaven-guided instinct.